Hi guys, welcome to Daddy and the Don. Today's a special edition of the Interrogation where regular host Graham the Don Jones is going to be interrogated on all things Arsenal. Welcome Graham.
Hello, Phil. Yeah, thank you for doing this special interrogation on me. Let's get started.
So let's start with last season. So as a neutral, I used to like watching Arsenal back in the day. From a neutral's point of view, I would say that was a poor season. It wasn't really an Arsenal season. Would you agree with me? What are your thoughts on last season?
Yeah, so last season, obviously, even the most diehard, deluded Arsenal fan can't really say anything more than poor. Eighth place finish is just not good enough. I do think it wasn't helped by the fact that he's a rookie coach. He didn't really get much support in the market. People say he did. To me, he didn't. We needed attacking options, and we didn't get them attacking options until at least halfway through the season with like someone like Odegaard. I think he's still learning how to be a head coach. I think it was a combination of just Aubameyang not being at his best. We were probably the first time in a long time better defensively last year. I think we were the third best defence in the league. It was just attacking wise that let us down, and it was a poor season. There's nothing else to really say on that. It was just poor. We're still a decent sized club, and we need to improve on that because it wasn't good enough last year.
So going into this season, you didn't qualify for Europe. Usually you bleed in quite a lot of young players through the Europa League and League Cup. You've got quite a lot of young talent there, like Balogun, that get a bit of action. Where are these players going to get their games now? Are they going to have to be used in the league, which could potentially cost you points and obviously cost you the chance of getting back into Europe? Or are you going to have to go into the transfer market and boycott the youth academy for a season?
I feel that if we were in Europa League like normal, we would be using youth players a lot more. We've got a few that are on the brink. Balogun, Ayes, centre mid, Nelson. I think that they all want to try and get into the team and play football, but I can't see that happening if we don't get a run in the League Cup. Because there's a lot of players that could leave the club. That's the thing, and there's about a lot of fringe players, not first team players, who could leave. So it gives us more chance of backups. If Nikita and Lacazette left, then Balogun would probably be second choice unless we brought someone in. I like Balogun. I've seen him play a lot for the youth team, and I think he deserves a chance. But realistically, unless there's injury, I don't see him playing much starting wise. And apart from the League Cup, I do think we need to bring in players. As much as I praise the talent, I think we need to put our money in where our mouth is and strengthen by bringing players in, especially if we're going to get rid of a lot of players, because there could be a potential of 8 or 9 players still to leave, and we'd be very short and we can't rely on youngsters.
So you've signed Ben White, big money move, 50 million. What are your thoughts on the price tag and obviously him as a player? How do you think that's going to work out for Arsenal going forward?
Yeah, so Ben White. At the end of the season, I didn't think we needed to strengthen. When Louise left, I'm like, okay, so we've got Mari, who's average, and Gabriel holding Saliba, and I said I would like it to be Saliba and Gabriel, but Saliba's gone on loan. He obviously seems to be the long-term solution if he does well this year again. So makes sense to bring Ben White in. Callum Chambers is now right back. We haven't really got much more. I don't think he's 100% convinced by Holding, and I don't think he's convinced by Mari. He wants someone with Gabriel, and I think it's the right decision to bring him in. I think he is a good player. I think he'll get better. People mugging off the 50 million price tag. That's just how it is, especially now with COVID, but especially with Premier League teams. He's English, he's young. Brighton are going to want a big sum for their prize asset, especially a rival in the league as well. So it makes sense. Everyone's mugging off Arsenal for spending that, and Varane for 43. But I'm sure Varane's 1 year left on his contract. So I don't know. Yeah, listen, I don't think it's the world's best signing, but it's definitely not a poor signing. And when people say it's not what we need, I think we need it, and I think it'd be a good addition to the team.
So obviously, having spent 50 million on a defender, I personally didn't think the defence was your issue last season. Where do you think you need to strengthen in terms of the squad? Where do you think the areas are that you need to see improvements?
So as of now, as of recording, Ben White's due to sign. Lukongu and Tavares have signed. Now, it looks like we're going to start with Chambers and Suarez as the right backs. Bellerin looks set to go. I would like a right back. And, we've still got a lot of midfielders, but it looks like Niles, Willock, Saka, Torreira are all going to leave, and it leaves us short in the midfield with Lukongu, Partey and Elneny. I'd like a centre mid with Partey. And I would like maybe possibly another striker if Nikita and Lacazette go, and another winger if Reece Nelson goes. But to be fair, I'm saying if goes. If we want them anyway, I'd be happy. So a right back, centre mid, a winger, a striker, and possibly another number 10. But to be fair, I wouldn't want someone as that good. Maybe someone who would rotate with Smith Rowe, because I think Smith Rowe should be starting.
So Smith Rowe and Saka both had fairly decent seasons in a poor performing team. How do we think next season's going to look for these guys? Are they going to struggle if the team struggles? Are they going to step up and carry the team? What's a realistic expectation for these two next year?
I think they're quality. I think they're both brilliant players. I think they're going to show this season what they're made of. I expect big seasons from both of them. I wouldn't be surprised if one of them won the Young Player of the Year. Saka's going to come back good as ever. Smith Rowe, for me, just looks like a class act. I'm not saying he's the best player in the league. I just the potential on him is just amazing, and I can't wait to see what he can do. Saka will just continue where he left off. The thing with Saka is that he keeps playing him in so many positions. Play him on the right or left side of winger. That's it. Keep him one of them sides. Stop changing him around. Smith Rowe's a number 10. Play him there, and they'll be good. I'm not saying we're going to win stuff, but they'll just keep doing what they're doing. Especially if we get a few more players, and then yeah. But you got to remember, Aubameyang needs to show up. If he shows up, then the pressure's off him.
In terms of strengthening the team, were there any players in particular that you would like to see come in through the doors?
Yeah, so going on what we need to strengthen, Ruben Neves, he needs to be in. For me, I know you're not his biggest fan, but Ruben Neves, if I had to pick one position, it would be centre mid and it would be Ruben Neves straight away. I want someone with Partey. The Congo looks decent, but he's not ready to start just yet. I think he's definitely somebody who will come in and challenge if there's an injury. But for me, centre mid, Ruben Neves. Options, I like Renato Sanchez if it's not Neves. But yeah, definitely one of them too for me.
And obviously, after such a poor season, are there any player or players that you'd like to see leave the club before the window closes?
How long you got? There's a lot of players. There's a lot of shit that I like to see leave. If I'm picking one, it'd be Eddie Nikita. He's not good enough. I don't know how he's still in front of Balogun, but yeah, I think he's going to leave. Hopefully I get my wish.
Mikel Arteta, is he the right man for the job? What are your thoughts on him? How's he done so far? How long is he going to get next season if things aren't going so well? Will they sack him before Christmas?
I'm not Arteta in, I'm not Arteta out. I'm someone who's still on the fence, but if he's not doing it by Christmas time, then there's no excuse. He's got to go. He shows balls. He shows a little bit of balls. He's dropped players. He's got rid of players. He's put Aubameyang on the bench. His attacking football isn't very good at the moment, so he needs to really improve on that. If he does, then he's got a chance of staying the season. But yeah, right now I'm not saying I'm his biggest fan. I'm not saying I hate him. To be honest, if he's still in there and we finish 8th and he's still there by the end of the season, then I'll be mad. He needs to do something of some sort of quality, win a trophy.
So what's next season looking like for Arsenal? I've got you down as 6th to 8th probably in the league. No European competition, so you could give it a run in the cups. What are your realistic expectations going into next season?
Realistically, I think we've got a chance to finish 5th or 6th. I think that's where we need to aim for. I think we can finish 5th. I think we can be better than Tottenham, but I wouldn't be surprised if we finished behind them in 6th. I don't think we'll finish 7th or 8th. I think we'll be better this year without Europe. I think Leicester will struggle, and I think Everton have downgraded. So I'll be very disappointed if we went at least 6th, but I do think we can be 5th. Top 4, it's probably the long-term target for next season, but I'm not saying it's out of the reach, but I'll be very unlikely, and I don't think we'll get top 4. I'm not fucking tight from Arsenal TV. 5th or 6th. If I'm going to say a position, I'll say 5th. Yeah, that's what I think.
So thank you for your time, Graham, and thank you all at home for watching. Please like and subscribe. We'll see you on the next episode.